Hey guys, John here. This is a reply to the Machine Biological, who posted a video reply to my "How does atheism invalidate what we matter most?" I appreciate you replying to me. Number one, I liked your demeanor. You weren't a jerk or anything. You just had your own statements and you presented them just really calmly and articulately, and I appreciate that. And you seem like a nice guy. So let me just get right into this. First, I want to reiterate how does atheism invalidate what matters most to humans? I want to say that I want to go over that again just to make sure my point is clear. I'm not saying that atheists are incapable of love or incapable of being good people or whatnot or being moral or doing the right thing. What I'm saying is that atheism is. I'm specifically referring to the implications of atheism. Yes, atheism is it's a lack of belief. It's also a doctrine that there is no God. I mean, there's different ways you can look at atheism. I'm talking about the general way you see that atheism operates, how you see it operate in people. For instance, one of the implications of atheism is nihilism. You cannot have nihilism as an implication from Christian theism. You cannot be a Christian nihilist, or I mean a moral nihilist. I mean, once atheism takes hold as a worldview or belief system, implications follow, and typically that's what you see. You see amongst atheists, they claim there is no objective morality. Some do, but a lot don't. They can't justify it. So when I say that atheism invalidates what matters to us most, I'm saying the implications of it, what follows if atheism is true. One of the reasons I say this is you kept mentioning in your video about biochemistry. Your biochemistry is what compels you to love your family and whatnot. But biochemistry doesn't make anything true. What I'm talking about is in regards to morality and what we should be doing, what matters to us is whether those things are true or not where they come from. Um, this is something I've always asked atheists. How does biology make something true? If there is no God, if there is no moral standard, then everything is it flows arbitrarily out of our chemical makeup. But that doesn't make it true. And let me give you a couple examples of this. You saw the portion of my video where I talked about how I adopted my oldest daughter. Her real father was in prison and whatnot. Both of us are biological machines, quote unquote. His biology is compelling him to do one thing. My biology is compelling me to do another. If all we are is biology, what is there to make a distinction between his biology and my biology? There isn't. That's why biology cannot determine what's true. It's got to be true outside of our biology and not dependent upon us. I wrote a couple notes down about what you said, and it's gonna be a mess. Hopefully, I can organize this quick enough. I do want to say that atheism is a philosophy. It's not a science. So it's a philosophical interpretation of the evidence, or lack of belief. It's a philosophical position. You mentioned objective morality. This goes back to what I was saying. Objective morality is true whether we prefer it or not. It's true regardless of our preferences. For it to be objective, it has to be factual. This is why I say if there is no God, then everything springs from us arbitrarily as a biological function. There's a big difference between the biological function of I should drink water or I should breathe compared to I should be a good father or I shouldn't steal money out of this cash box. This isn't the same type of thing, but when you say it all springs from biology, it would have to be. There would have to be no difference between my imperative to for thirst to want to drink water than to you know be a good father or be in the life of my children. That if it's all biology, they'd be all in the same lines like that. But that's not what you see. If it's objective, if morality is objective, which it is, it has to be outside of us. It cannot be dependent on biology. And my question to you is, it, it and to back up real quick, it's obvious that morality is objective because we behave like it is, and I'm not saying that all morality is treated the same. I think a lot of there's a lot of misconceptions about what Christians say, like absolute morality. I'm saying that there is a framework of morality that is absolute, that you're not going to break, and then you get all the gray areas. You get the cultural relativism and all that. And I agree, there are some things that are culturally relative, but to say that it's all culturally relative is not true. And this is something I saw in the atheist experience. Matt Dillahunty, he keeps saying that there is no universal standard, and I think that's a bunch of crap. And I can tell you right now, if I had a machete and I went to any people group on the face of the planet and just started hacking people randomly, they would have a problem with it. Or even if I didn't have to go that extreme, let's say I went to any people group on the planet. Let's say I went to some indigenous tribe and I opened shop on selling coconuts and whatever. And if I started cheating them, and taking advantage of them, you're going to tell me they're not going to have a problem with that? That's not going to resonate within them? I mean, even the fact that I know that it will shows that there is some kind of standard here. Or let's say I go to any people group on the planet and I take their women or I enslave them. Or I don't even have to go that extreme again. I could just do something just slightly irritating. I could just come in and, I don't know, just take control of the village or whatever. I'm not harming them. There's no physical harm there, but I am imposing on their freedoms, to behave as they want to. Or let's say I take their religion from them or whatever they do. I'm saying that there is some kind of universal standard. There are certain things that there's a framework of morality out of which everything else flows, all those gray areas. But I think it's a gross mischaracterization to say that all morality is relative. It is not. So, or we don't behave like it is, I'll tell you that. So,